Ayubowan, Vanakkam, and Assalamu Alaikum. Greetings from Sri Lanka. And it's an immense pleasure and honor to return to this historic academy and also to this prestigious Vatican Youth Symposium. So let me share my experiences in how I and youth in Sri Lanka in general have experienced and have done in transforming lives and communities in terms of prosperity and providing better work opportunities. So in early 2016, a 6-year-old boy was denied school admission just because his parents were rumored to be HIV/AIDS patients. Many individuals, including the parents in the community and regional officials of the Ministry of Education, believed that AIDS could be spread through air. This was a state of misunderstanding and marginalization for this community in Sri Lanka. And currently there are over 2,500 reported cases of HIV/AIDS patients in Sri Lanka, and is said to amount less than 50% of the actual number. And they are actually rejected at employment. They're rejected from their own communities, and some are even rejected from their own families. So we came across a community of HIV/AIDS patients. They were women, and they were limited to a very confined space and did not have a sustained income, and to even attend their basic needs. So we wanted to create an ecosystem where they could care for themselves and create and maintain their families in such a way with better recognition. So the Rotaractors from the EduLink International Campus took the lead in this endeavor, and as their Guide Club Director from the District Committee for Sri Lanka Maldives, I was privileged to be a part of this endeavor. So we started the work in January 2017, and we looked at 3 components. One is their competencies and the market demand, and also third and most importantly, partnerships. So we started with 14 women who were willing to take up the challenge, and they were capable of producing handlooms ranging from eco-friendly bags to necklaces to greeting cards and even more. And this actually compiled with the market demand, but we wanted to work with different partners, and we worked with experts in the industry to ensure that the produce is up to good quality. And we also worked with technical experts such as accountants and marketeers to make sure that they learn the trades of the business. And we also created partnerships with leading retailers in handlooms. And in May 2017, we launched a company which we called the Dream Store. And almost 6 months later, today, we have 27 HIV-positive women who are engaged in this endeavor, and each of them have about a net income of about 15,000 Sri Lankan rupees, which does not amount to much, but we see potential to growth, potential to progress in this area. And they have also now begun to produce designer clothing, and hopefully we'll see better outcomes of the endeavor soon. And now we have 9 top-level dealers, including 2 online retailers who are showcasing the produce of Dream Store. Above all, we believe that we were able to bring hope to their lives, which is sidelined and forgotten. And they seem to have found value in their lives again. And this initiative has allowed women and their families to marginalize, who are marginalized in the communities to live better. And we also drive an awareness program to make sure that we to enhance the sexual education system in Sri Lanka, which is very, very poor, and to make sure that we minimize threats of HIV/AIDS along the country. And to say this is just one such initiative by the youth of Sri Lanka. Today, we have taken up the responsibility of reconciliation. We are now looking forward for one nation following the end of 3 decades of conflict, ethnic conflict and war. We are igniting impactful and purposeful dialogue among the multiple communities of youth and children. We are youth-led organizations. There are a number of youth-led organizations who are empowering student communities through improved access to quality education and professional grooming in Sri Lanka. And so in Sri Lanka, we have a wide variety of issues marked from social, cultural, political and economic barriers. And each of these issues are disrupting the SDG-related action and have forced us youth to lay the groundwork for empowerment, for understanding why sustainable development agenda is important for the country as a whole. And we are also driving technology-based innovations. Today we are seeing number of startups driven by the youth, also created through hackathons, technology-related hackathons, one of which concluded today, completely led by the youth leads of UNDP Sri Lanka. And most of them are related with social innovation. So now we are seeing an increasing youth activism in each of the spheres, and it is my opinion that the youth of Sri Lanka have already begun the mission to change. But it is also important that we remain agile to the challenges that we face, and we remain open to criticism. The success of the youth of Sri Lanka, and also all around the world, in my opinion, depends on the willingness to listen and learn. So let me conclude by reminding you all that youth are not the leaders of tomorrow, they are the shapers of today. Thank you.